there's only so much you can do in a group
Totally.
situation, but one to
Yeah.
one you can completely stop and rechange it. But it's having that conversation with people to know that they have permission to go, this
Yeah.
isn't working for me, whether that's in the
Yeah.
health space or in the business space. Like,
Yeah. Because it's that same with me. It's like there's no right or wrong answer. You just need to be honest and truthful. That's all you have to be. You just need to say exactly what you feel and how you think. And but that's not easy for everyone though, is it? Like, there must be people you work with, Jen, where they're like, you know that there's more information you need and they're not willing to give it to you, or you have to push a little bit harder to get it for their own benefits.
and sometimes it's just waiting because they need to feel like it's the right time. Like I've got a client who I've known since 2010, and she used to come to Pilates classes, haven't seen, then when COVID hit, she didn't really enjoy doing the online stuff, which was fine. And then she's come back to me for treatments. And she'd been coming to me for treatments for about 4 or 5 months. And then one day she was like, oh, so this thing happened like 3, 4 years ago. The doctor told me I had this diagnosis, and I've only just started reading up on it now. I should maybe have done something sooner. And I was like, you can say that, but also maybe you weren't ready to. Maybe you weren't ready to deal with it. Maybe that wasn't a priority for you at that time because you had been told this information right in the midst of the early days of COVID. I was like, nobody could think of anything else but what was going on at that time. So your brain then can't start dealing with another diagnosis and another complication in life. It's just like you're in survival mode until you're ready to deal with it. So then when
Yeah, yeah,
we had the discussion, I was then able to send her some information, stuff to look at, stuff to consider, think about. And she hasn't done anything with it yet, but it's like that planting the seeds and then waiting for the seed to germinate and then for it to grow. And that's part
that's
of our journey, like making the unconscious conscious to make it actionable, like contemplate the action to then actually taking the action. And that's a cycle
yeah,
that we go through in lots and lots of different areas of life.
yeah, absolutely. Do you know, just because you know there's something there, it doesn't mean you're ready to deal with it or it's not the priority. And this is where we don't know, do we? We don't know when we meet somebody. We don't know anything about them. Like we only know surface level, we only know what they tell us. And I find that when I work with people, I tend to have known them for a long time before they'll book the one-to-one because you have to build the trust because I mean they know they're going to get questioned. They know they're going to get hard questions, but they know I'm going to listen to them too because they learn to trust you. And I think that's the thing with you. I think in a part of your marketing as well, so people can trust you, people can be listened to and be heard by you. And I think when people come, when it's business, people are handling their money particularly, they need to know they can trust you when there's a level of person, like a personal level to it. And it's not really something that people are comfortable in business, giving away too much personal stuff. And but we're both in multiple female networks together, and it's far more prominent. Females are far more open to talking. But when you take those same conversations, sometimes to males, it's different because there's still those unconscious biases. There's still um, they're not as open with personal details. But equally, if I put that back in myself, I'm probably not as open in different rooms as I am in some. So we're all comfortable with different people in different scenarios and different places. And again, there's no right and wrong in that. You just have to acknowledge it and then put yourself in the right place that's gonna, let you grow. And if you can't grow in that place or you can't grow because you can't get yourself to the place you need to be, then that's a whole other thing. That's something else you need to deal with. So gone off on a tangent now, haven't we?
I know, I'm just thinking about Brene Brown's Power of Vulnerability, and she
Mm,
she talks a lot about people being in places of leadership and being vulnerable with people helps build trust. And it's not like you see some people being vulnerable in air quotes online where they're like crying into the camera, oh my god, this is my most vulnerable thing. And it's like you're not doing it for show. You're doing it to be genuine, to have a real connection with people, and there's a lot of trust that gets built in that when you can be vulnerable, but is being comfortable with what you're being vulnerable with particular people.
Yeah, yeah. So what she's like, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change, isn't it? And I think that's it. It's like, actually, it's all the things people say that you should be good at in business, be innovative and creative and being able to change and adapt. But it's fascinating that she linked that to vulnerability. You need to be vulnerable in order to realize you have to do all these things.
Yeah. Yeah. Her work is very interesting.
I think she's fascinating. I think she's
Yeah.
absolutely fascinating.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about today? I know you've got a book coming out in the new year.
I do. So I guess like one of the things that's really important to me is I generally believe that everybody should get support when they need it, no matter what their budget finances are like or whatever stage they're at. I think if we could go back to like the first question you asked, like why is that self-awareness so important? Well, actually, if we started our business with self-awareness, then we'd probably grow a lot quicker. So yeah, the book is all about that. Like I get that a one-to-one or consultancy is not affordable for a lot of small businesses or for, a lot of bigger businesses as well. So the book basically takes the roadmap and allows you to work through it by yourself. So it's like tons and tons of hours of workshops in a book. So it's not a nice novel you're going to pick up and read in a couple of days. It's going to take you months to get through. But it should be a really core growth plan for you. And it links to a website that allows you to fill in the same online growth roadmap that my one-to-ones will do next year when it actually goes live. So yeah, that is finished. I've finished the book, going
Yeah.
through all the index and stuff, and I've got to do all the boring bits now of getting it onto Amazon and getting it copyrighted and all that sort of stuff. So realistically, it's going to be maybe February by the time it's out. It can even be March, but I shall keep you updated, Jen.
Yes. And what we can do is we can put in the new year when it's ready, we can put the links into like the show notes. So if anybody's listening to this near the time, then they can go into the show notes to get the information.